Hello there guys, and welcome back to another review of a Star Trek Starships model, and today we have a very special review in the form of the Eaglemoss issue 100 Daedalus-class starship, the USS Horizon. Now then, the Daedalus-class starship, a quick bit of background information I suppose, is an odd one in that it's sort of a fan favourite ship, and it's never been on screen. Technically. A model of it was seen in some background shots in Captain Sisko's office from time to time, but that was it. It was never named a Daedalus-class starship. There have been many other name drops of a Daedalus-class starship, but a physical model was never attributed to them, so through various means, the two have kind of ended up being mashed together, and here we are. This ship, instead of having a saucer, had a spherical hull. The reason behind that, both now in canon and in design purposes, is when they were first launching Star Trek, the original design of the Enterprise was supposed to have a spherical hull, the idea being that it was a more suitable pressure vessel for a vacuum. They've kind of borrowed that idea and used it towards the canonical design of this one. Despite that, this is supposed to have taken over from the NX class of starships in 2161 when the United Federation of Planets was first formed. And that's the really nerdy stuff out of the way. So this is what the very front of it looks like, and you can see you have sort of an equator around here, and that's detailed with all sorts of sensor information. There's also a couple of little phaser turret things. And obviously you've got the name. No registry number on the front hull of this one. This one actually has it on the side of the engineering hull instead. So that's just there. I'm going to take it off its stand for a minute, actually. It has two nacelles, both on struts connected to this. It's not a neck, really. It's more sort of a beam connecting the two hulls there. And you've got some window detailing. You've got the bottom there with the sensor dome. You've got sensor pallets, and I'm not entirely certain what this is. Somebody's going to be screaming out in the comments, "It's this, you idiot!" Well, good for you for knowing that. You've got the, I'm assuming, a shuttle bay at the back, and then this detailing around here. Apparently the idea behind these was they were supposed to be modular, hence why they've got sort of these ribbed sections here, so you could stick more on or pop bits off. Now then, the magazine that comes with this as well also says that there are several creative decisions that they've had to make with this ship just because there was so little information on it. There was a physical model actually made, but it wasn't up to the normal detailing. So, for example, the original model didn't have any impulse engines, so they've actually had to add them in there, just at the back of the saucer, where you would, not saucer, sorry, dome, I suppose, or sphere, whatever you want to call it. You also got the spikes on the buzzard ram scoops there, which is a very nice touch. And now then, for the longest time, I always assumed that there were sort of multiple deflectors down here. But then, as they pointed out in these sort of talk to the design a bit, it would sort of all hit the bottom of this, so it wouldn't actually work as a deflector. So what they've done is they've basically added one. With the blessing of several upper Star Trek people, they've added this sort of like... The idea behind it is it's supposed to be sort of like a transparent grille under which a deflector actually is. So I think they're hoping to get away with, oh, you could miss it if you don't look carefully. Yeah, right. And you've got the bridge module on the top there. So that's all the basic physical features. There are a couple of flaws with this one. It's not perfect, obviously, but overall, I'm very happy. In fact, I'd probably say I'm happier with this model than most of the other models that I've received. For one very simple reason. This is solid. Anyone who's watched any of my other reviews thus far will know that I've had some major issues with the fragility of some of the other models, bits just flying off. I don't know what it is, whether it's just the delivery companies that are getting used or what, but I've had some pretty smashed up models. This one is a tank, which kind of stands with brutalist design, I suppose, but this is the plastic bit, and this is the metal bit. But the whole thing, when I first picked it up, I was like, is the whole thing metal? It's honestly that sturdy. These do not, there's barely any flex in those at all. I'm really trying. And just a quick little detailing shot there as well. You've got all the pinstriping and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure there'll be other people out there just like, oh, it's supposed to have 6 stripes and it's only got 5. I don't care about such things. I'm just happy that I have a model of a vessel that I've been genuinely quite obsessed with for some time. The main reason being that spherical hull has just fascinated me for so long. I cannot get this to stay in focus, I'm very sorry. Next week, I am going to be reviewing what is essentially the successor to this direct design. We are going to be looking at the Olympic class vessel, which was only seen in the finale of TNG, which again, a very beautiful model, so stick around for that. And there'll also be a card pumping up somewhere for the reviews that I've done of the other starships in the Eaglemoss line. So that's something to look forward to as well.